Welcome back everyone, and it's time to go balls deep. And yes, I am super excited right now. The latest Black Clover chapter was absolutely mind blasting. So much information has been revealed, and I'm telling you guys that you have clicked on this video and you only watch Black Clover anime. Read the manga, please. Please read the manga. It is so much superior. It's absolutely lit. The elf arc right now is a solid 9 out of 10. It's mind blasting. There's so many questions. This chapter has revealed something fresh and new, and it's probably the truth behind the elf attack. My theory video that I made previously, if you haven't seen it, where I describe how the elf attack might be an inside job, this might have just become a fact. So please watch that video to get more information on everything on the elves and humans and what the truth really is behind the attack and massacre, and why the elves don't exist anymore. And yeah, I am gonna sound super excited right now, but please read the manga. This is gonna contain a lot of spoilers. Let's cue the intro and discuss the chapter. In my original video that you need to watch to understand this one, I explained how an elf must have been working with a demon and human to create the plan to go perfectly. It was a trap that was set up from beforehand that nullified magic and used light magic to destroy them. Somehow, one way or another, the elf massacre has to be an inside job, where someone from the elves or a demon that possessed an elf had to pass on the knowledge on when and where the wedding was taking place to one another. The humans had no information, only the Wizard King knew. Or maybe the demon pretended to look like humans and framed them, which was part of the deal. No one knew when is Licht's wedding and where, so they must have used this plan to take out the whole race at once. Alright guys, I may make pronunciation errors because I mostly read the manga only, and watching the anime is quite slow, right? So this new chapter insinuates this idea that I'm talking about, where Rhya senses a new elf lying about their intentions on what their motive is. Now this new elf could be called Lon. This is because they have the same appearance and same magic. However, something is drastically different, where it looks like it's possible he's a demon and has changed. There are many theories right now on what's going on, so I'm going to try and explain them one by one. Now the first theory is that the new elf Lon is a demon. The second one is that it's Nero who has possessed Lon and come back to his true self. And number 3 theory is that the new elf is the ancient elf god that was revealed to be worshipped by the followers of the Sephira, who have received divine revelation, and this was told to us 2 chapters ago. Okay, starting off with theory number 1. Lon is a demon because just look at him. Look at that smile. You're telling me we haven't seen something like this before? It is possible that an elf has been possessed by a demon, or has become one himself, or actually is working with one. Any of these could be the truth. We know demons can possess humans because the one inside Asta says one day he wants to possess Asta's body, and Asta didn't allow it to happen. So it is a concept in Black Clover. We have actually seen Lon before. A lot of us just don't remember. Lon is an elf that was at the dining table in manga chapter 134. He also appears again in another flashback in chapter 166. But guess what? Look at this foreshadowing by Tabata. His back is turned as if he knows what is going to happen and the truth. Everyone is smiling about the wedding, but he has his back turned in deceit. This means Lon is possibly the one that betrayed Licht during the wedding, and he hated that humans will one day work with elves. Licht got Tetia pregnant in only a few months. Things were going too fast. The new child would be their new leader, and this is something that he probably didn't want. Maybe he was already possessed at this point. This goes back to my theory of the monarchy system and not wanting it to be changed, as well as the fact that the elves are treated as gods and live a happy life. Elves are the supposed chosen ones that have their own god that they worship. He didn't want the system to change. Lon could have made a deal with the devil, since they are able to enter the hell dimension. This is why in the latest chapter, once he steals Yuno's necklace, he says, "With this, the debt has been repaid." This means the demon or devil has got his end of the bargain deal, and it all went according to their plan. They purposefully wanted Licht to use reincarnation magic and reset all the tribe, therefore hating humans and keeping dominance of the race. Obviously the devil will also have his own motive, it seems, because he's the devil is a liar. One of the devil's nickname is the deceitful one, so Rhya calling him out and say, "Why did you just lie?" makes absolute sense. We also have evidence that maybe, just maybe, elves turn into demons themselves once they are consumed with hatred and don't control their mana. If you look at previous chapters, when Asta and Yuno fought an elf in Hage village, you can see Asta say he is sensing something evil from the elf. Yuno's spirit says that elf isn't controlling his magic and his soul is going out of control. Yuno also states that his soul is suffering and mentions how this elf, at this rate, he is going to become something entirely different, something that isn't even an elf anymore. The guy is slowly changing into a demon-like figure, but then Asta becomes a savage and he ends him before it happens. This also occurs with the elf in Luck. When Asta fought Luck, the elf became so crazy that he started to look like a demon. In manga chapter 163, Asta states that the elf, his magic power is expanding, it's getting darker and sinister. At this rate, he's gonna turn into completely different type of evil. So from this, we can gather that maybe it is revealed that elves turn into demons. Either way, there is no doubt that this Lon guy must be linked to them, or is one himself. There is also evidence because Mimosa states that she cannot sense the mana. She does not think it's familiar. Mimosa has sensed human, elf and even dwarf magic at this point from Charmy. She can tell the differences between the three, but she says this time that she cannot sense this elf is something entirely different. Mimosa states that there are 3 elves in the room, but it can be argued that in one interpretation with the way that it's worded, that we can actually see 4, one of them being Yuno. And in the page before that, there is an elf defeated who is David from the Golden Dawn from beforehand, and Mimosa says that the traces of magic are not human or elf. That just leaves demons or dwarves, and I think we all know what that is. It's most likely a demon, right? Lon might be possessed by a demon or is the true betrayer of elves, who knows? We can all come to a logical standpoint that yes, the massacre involves demons, elves and humans working together to stop the new plan from the first Wizard King and Licht to unite the world. I'm saying that if you watch my other video, please just go watch it to understand everything. But imagine the demon god is reincarnated in the elf itself. That's why he has dark magic, it seems, and also has 2 forms of magic, elf and demon. He will be so overpowered to the point that it's good that Patolli, Rhya and Yuno are there to see him and fight. Asta will join up in the battle and a lot of truths will be revealed. If all 4 of these guys team up, it can show Patolli that humans and elves can work together to defeat the greater common enemy, and it will portray the message that Licht and the first Wizard King were trying to say, that they can work together for the greater good. Nero is also watching all of this from previous chapter, it seems, or maybe Nero is the one that possessed the dude, and some of you think that too, because in the previous chapter, Nero is the one that detected the magic coming from Yuno's necklace and it activated the portal to enter the dimension. Nero followed. Maybe he made it on time and he got to the body he needed to. Some of you think Nero didn't make it in time into the dimension. But either way, this is one of the biggest plot twists so far in Black Clover. One last thing that we have to mention is that Lon has been stated to always have a low voice as well by Rhya. Maybe this helped in his betrayal and personality. No one would suspect his different demeanor. Or maybe, this is why he can't be the betrayer. All of this is just pretty much mind blasting. The last theory is that this person inside the elf that has possessed the body is the god that the followers of Saphira worship themselves. He has possessed the body to give his divine revelation, and it is stated that he's able to open the space too, so maybe that is the truth. All of this is entirely possible. Overall, just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and please watch my other theory video. When I read this chapter and everything that I was saying beforehand was becoming true, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I analyzed all of this correctly. Like I'm just trying to connect all of the dots and it's just so insane, my jaw dropped. And this chapter is fantastic. Please man, if you're an anime only watcher and you don't read the manga, I'm telling you, read the manga. Anyway guys, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. A lot of you guys were going crazy on Instagram, Twitter, DMing me like crazy, like, oh my god, this just happened. Like, I appreciate when you guys message. I can't reply to all of you on the social media, but I just like it that you guys try. Anyway, see you guys next time. Thanks for supporting us. Bye.